Daniel James Dale of Hoyt Lakes has now been charged with the murder of 24-year-old Parker Johnson in the parking lot of the Meadowview Apartments in Hibbing early last Sunday morning. Dale has been charged with second-degree murder with intent, not premeditated. Reading in part from the Statement of Probable Cause, on November 2nd, 2025, 2:15 a.m., officers dispatched to the parking lot of the Meadowview Apartments in Hibbing regarding a report of gunshots. When officers arrived on scene, a group of people directed the officers to a male later identified as Parker Charles Johnson, 24, the victim, lying on the ground next to a truck. The victim appeared to be injured. Another male was standing above him. Officers detained the male, though it was later determined his only involvement was attempting to render aid to the individual. Officers noted the victim had what appeared to be gunshot wounds in the upper chest and the other in his abdomen. Officers also noted the victim was bleeding from the mouth. Officers began life-saving efforts, including CPR. They continued those efforts until emergency personnel arrived. The victim was ultimately pronounced dead at the scene. Now, during questioning, moving down in the Statement of Probable Cause, during a third session of questioning, this is the Statement of Probable Cause again from Daniel Dale. Dale said that that a person he described as some white boy at the party asked him if he wanted to see something funny. Dale said yes, claiming he did so because he was gullible and that he was pretty trusting of people. Dale believed that other people would come out with them, but once they were outside, he realized only he and the victim were in the parking lot. Dale told the officers he was uncomfortable, so he unclipped the belly band for his gun, which he was carrying. He did not draw the firearm, but wanted to be prepared. Dale stated, growing up in Seattle, when you see this kind of stuff, he got a bad vibe. The victim then went to the door of his truck and whipped out a long gun and pointed it at Dale. The defendant, Dale, then drew and fired at the victim. Dale described shooting 2 or 3 times. When describing where he shot the victim, Dale indicated he put 2 as close as possible in his direction. The victim began to jostle and fell to the ground. Dale then went back to the party and tried not to freak out. Dale took officers through the moments before he shot the victim. Dale claimed that the victim had opened the truck door and reached into the truck. Dale claimed that the victim grabbed the gun and began to pull it out of the truck. Dale stated he could see the stock before he saw the gun itself. Dale admitted that he drew his firearm immediately, but stated he did not fire until the barrel was pointed in his direction. Dale stated that after he shot the victim, he told the victim, "I can't believe you just pointed that at me." Dale stated the victim looked at him as if the defendant had came there with the intention of doing that, or as to say, "How could you?" Dale then holstered his firearm and returned to the party, attempting to pretend he was not involved. Dale then apologized for lying to officers, stating he knew Minnesota was one of those duty-to-retreat states, which caused him to believe he would be put in jail. When describing what he knew about the victim, Dale stated, "I don't even know the effer's name. I just know it was some white country bumpkin, just some dude that said, 'You want to see something funny?'" When Dale asked if he attempted to render any assistance to the victim, Dale stated he did not. Dale stated, "When I saw where my bullets hit, I knew he was effed. I stood over him. I looked at him. I did not want my hand, like my DNA on the situation." Officers obtained security camera footage located 170 yards from Meadowview Apartments. The security footage contained audio. In the audio of the recording at 2:13 a.m., a single gunshot can be heard. In the audio, then there is a pause for 6 seconds before 2 shots in rapid succession are heard, contradicting Dale's version of events, in which he claimed to have shot the victim immediately after the victim pointed a gun at him. Law enforcement received a preliminary autopsy report. The report indicated the victim suffered 3 gunshot wounds. 1 bullet entered the victim's mouth. 1 bullet entered the victim's upper right back. 1 bullet entered the victim's left mid-back. Dale, again, now charged with second-degree murder. Bail set at $1 million with conditions. Neil Carlson for iNewZ.TV.